Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. The Hokies will kick it away to start. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Syracuse's offense will have the first possession of the game. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Hokies! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Caught on the outside. It's Gadsden.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Hokies offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Drones. Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Catch in the middle, it's Lane. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back on the move. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Looking to throw, it's McCord. Got his man quickly. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Syracuse right back at it.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They got it down to the 21. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Off play action. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Tootin. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Then the short completion brings up 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Drones. It's complete on the right side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? To the ground to try to move the chains. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Grabbed on the outside, it's Tootin. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes a grab over the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I love and you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Makes the catch past the sticks. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's McCord. He makes the connection. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
He's got it. Nothing but green ahead. The tag. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Hokies. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Looking for a man. It's McCord. He's got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Syracuse right back at it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He wants to throw. Trying to get to him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. Makes the catch. It's Pena. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. First play of the drive comes from the 41. He'll start this drive firing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Coming after it. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The aerial assault continues. Makes the pass. Catch in the middle. It's Tootin. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Number 33.
Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time. Syracuse right back at it. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun. Give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Syracuse will send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
This time he's got his man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. What a disappointment. No good. Oh, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, a typical first-rate broadcast so far today from Syracuse.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Got his man on the right. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude. Keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line. It's Tootin. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on.
Intercepted. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. To the air, it's McCord. Finds his big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now on 4th down, they'll try. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't. Looking deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The give. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Right back to him on the ground. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. He lets it fly. at the 15. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Come on, set.
He'll keep it himself. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Cuse! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Line getting set on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that, and you're running full speed with everything you have,
unleashes one deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And how about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field. But the defense finally got to stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Drones. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Skips away from pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on the first down stop. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
It's still third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Ross Simmons. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive...
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Looking for more room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range within. We'll have to convert this third and short. They want that clock to run. And the Hokies pick up the first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it shows.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.